Hello ladies and gentlemen, Rosie here, and today I wanted to make a quick video about something that has been brought to my attention over this week, and it's come up multiple times. I mean, if it only came up once, I wasn't going to make anything on it, but it's come up with two people that follow the quote-unquote competitive scene right now. Now, y'all know how I feel about the competitive scene. I think it's the competitive scene. I think it's a bunch of candy floss, and it doesn't exactly matter very much. What's happening in there is what every match at High MMR basically looks like. The people that play those tournaments aren't the most special players in the entire world. Everyone knows how I feel about that by now. I've talked about this on Jay's podcast and a few other videos. What those people are doing overall is still just some above average players going in there and playing Dead by Daylight. Okay. That's all it is. That's all it still is to me. However, it has come to my attention that the Twins are starting to see, I don't know if it's more experimentation than before or some play. The Twins are seeing some play, is what has been brought to my attention in the quote-unquote competitive scene of Dead by Daylight. Both J-Man, Toad, whatever you want to go by now, bro, and Brother Phoenix have brought the fact that the Twins are seeing some play to my attention. Okay? Now, if anyone doesn't know, I'm a big Twins proponent. I believe they're the third best character in the game currently. So the fact that they are seeing experimentation at any competitive scene is something I feel like I want to go into. Okay? Now, Twins, I feel like if anybody wants to... If you're going to make me watch a competitive scene game, you should probably make me watch Twins, because that's the character I'll watch. This is the only character in the game I give a shit about right now. They're the only reason I still play. I'm not playing them right now because of the frame errors and shit, because they're impossible with the bad frames. But this is the character I give a shit about right now, okay? And I'm an advocate for saying that they're still the third best in the game. They are better than Blight. I 100% believe that, okay? So, does it surprise me that above average players are starting to realize this? No, not at all. Twins are seeing play because they're that damn good. Okay? They're seeing play at above average quote-unquote tournaments because they're good. Okay? This is something I realized a long time ago. It feels like everyone's starting to catch up here, finally, thank God. One thing that I actually said in a criticism of the competitive scene is that if any real competitive scene would have already discovered this already. And I still stand by that. I think they discovered the character's viability pretty late. So I still question exactly what they're doing over there and how they haven't figured this out already. But the main question is, does the fact that they're seeing play in the basement scene actually matter? Well, I'm mixed on that subject. On the one hand, the whole scene is a farce still, IMO. It still is just above average Dead by Daylight. That's just above average, maybe border, it's above average Dead by Daylight. So, that's on one hand. On the other hand, yeah, the Twins are going to see play in that environment. So, that's not exactly not accurate. It's just kind of there to me right now. It could be viewed as the beginning of the end. I might look back on this and say it was the beginning of the end, because now that they're being discovered, people that follow the quote-unquote comp scene are going to start playing them in pubs more. That's just how this stuff works. If you see a character at a tournament that you didn't really think about very much, they might see some rise in usage. If this competitive scene, quote-unquote, I'm going to keep stressing the quotes, causes a surgence in the character's play, they're going to be in danger, because they will be hit by the devs. The reason that Dowsy has always trashed their viability against Good Swift is because he's protecting them, and I've said that many times before. Dowsy is protecting this character. He will deny that if you ask him, but he is protecting the character. He has to deny it to protect the character. He's protecting them from the nerf cannon. If you expose them and how viable they are to these devs, they're bye-bye. It's instantly, they're insta-gone if you expose that. So, I think I really think that the people are starting to see their viability. I think they're looking past Dowsy trying to protect them. So, am I happy they're seeing play? I mean, I still don't give a shit about the scene very much. But, if they are actually seeing play, the competitive scene is at least working with the right characters now. What you should take away from the fact that the Twins are seeing play the most is like what they're gonna do when they're brought to the high MMR pub matches. Because, as we all know, the competitive scene's rule sets tend to be rather limiting to some playstyles, and the fact that the Twins are able to adapt and be whatever they need to be given rule set should scare you. Because, like, oh, the Twins can't, if you camp, you might lose some points. But the Twins don't need to camp. They're just really good at it. They don't need to do it. The Twins can adapt to whatever situation you put them in. And this is something I've always said. The Twins being able to compete in the quote-unquote competitive scene shows you that they are able to adapt to any bullshit rule set you put in front of them. That is a top-tier trait and a top-tier attribute. Okay? This is why they're such good characters. They're adaptable. Whatever they need to do, they are capable of doing, provided you can be good with them. If you slug and you need to hook, they can do that. They can prolong the match to get the hooks. They can slug and win the game in one play. Whatever they need to do to score points at a comp environment, they are capable of doing. Okay? That speaks to how adaptable this character is and how powerful the advantage state has and how capable it is of being broken. Okay? Now this is something that I've been saying for months now. I've been saying this for months. I'm glad that the community seems to be finally catching up here. I'm also scared for their future, because any exposure you give them is going to make that Nerf cannon that they probably are going to get within the next year inch closer and closer by the day. So, those are my thoughts on it. I don't know how much play they're seeing. No one has told me. All I've been told is that they've been seeing some play, and then J-Man says they're viable. So I don't know what that means, because I don't follow the quote-unquote comp scene. But that's my take on them being played on a competitive level. Okay, I'm going to get the hell out of here. That's pretty much all I have to say. Any excuse to make a Twins video, I'm all down for. You guys know me by now. I'm getting the hell out of here, lads. GG's.